very big weekend for Prince William, who turned 43 on Saturday. I still think of him as a kid, it's crazy. Royal editor Russell Myers joins me now. How did he celebrate then?
Well, I'll take that compliment because it's a very good age, 43. But I'm sure you're swooning over these pictures because
he's awful cute.
Not only this lovely picture taken by Andrew Parsons that was put on the royal family's social media, but Prince William with some puppies. I mean,
I was swooning over the puppies, let's be honest. I mean, that is a gorgeous photograph.
It is gorgeous. That's their Cocker Spaniel, Orla, who had recently had 4 puppies last month. There's 3 of them you can see there. And, you know, William, what a year it's been. Not only for lots of members of the royal family, of course, for the King and the Princess of Wales, but an awful lot of change for him, I think. And we've seen that, haven't we? Because the sort of getting back to work for not only him, but, of course, his wife, Kate. And there was an interesting article in the Sunday Times at the weekend talking about these changes and what will the future hold for Prince William. How will he change the monarchy? I think we've sort of known these sort of plans taking place. He certainly won't have a big coronation like his father did, which was already scaled down from the late Queen. But, of course, he's moving in these different circles now. He's talking about the environment a lot, trying to affect change with homelessness. It was and an interesting interview I did at the weekend with Robert Irwin, the late Steve Irwin's son, the worldwide conservationist. And he's been an ambassador for Prince William's Earthshot Prize, and he was telling me, you know, he's a great ambassador, William. You know, he's a father of 3. He cares about what the future holds, not only for himself, but of course the future generation. And I think we will see that with changes in the monarchy. You know, who will he bring in? Because a lot of the main players, as it is, are you know, they're well over the age of 70 now, and so that slimmed down monarchy is getting even smaller. So, you know, will we see sort of Zara and Mike Tyndall brought in back into the fold?
You
know,
if they want to.
Yeah, Edward and Sophie, you know, they're a safe pair of hands. And
They are. They've been stalwarts, haven't they? They've been very... and the Queen was very fond of Sophie. And they've been very quiet, a wee bit like Princess Anne, very quietly working away, doing all that sort of stuff that's not very glam. No. But they just get on with it.
Get on with it, you know, do the duty aspect of it. And I think William appreciates that.
Yeah.
And so, you know, when it sort of moves into his world, and, you know, he will take the top job at some stage, I think he'll definitely rely on those main figures.
And as you said, family, incredibly important to him. You know, his family, I mean, he's thinking about the future with Earthshot and all of that, and that's the thing that he can do so well and make a difference.
Yeah, and again, you're looking at the move for the Duchy of Cornwall that he's tried to take over from his father, talking about how they can use the land, how can they help the farmers out, how can they, you know, potentially build social housing on that land. And this is quite it is more evolution than revolution, but I think those aspects of it are quite revolutionary for the monarchy.
Quietly. Now, look, what about all of this? That Prince Harry allegedly wants to extend what is called an olive branch by inviting them all to the Invictus Games.
Well, I have seen this, yes. Now, I can sort of shed light on this because in 2027 it's going to be the Invictus Games in Birmingham. It's coming home, which is great. And having been sort of around the world with the Invictus Games is absolutely fantastic organisation. It's been life-changing for so many ex-servicemen and women, getting them into sport, you know, giving them a totally new lease of life. And it is absolutely one of Prince Harry's main ambitions. He wants to carry this on.
Of course, gosh.
Will he be extending one of the most overused phrases in royal journalism, an olive branch, to his family? Now, there is talk that the invitations are going to be sent out to members of his own family. Now, of course, we know, because he said it himself in his recent very lengthy interview after his court cases and his book, that he does want to seek some reconciliation with his family. However, could this be the chance? I mean, I'm sure he would hope that it will be a bit sooner than 2027, but the way things are going, I'm not too sure it will be. But there is a major clash around those dates in July. It's going to be Camilla's 80th birthday in 2027.
Gosh, in 2 years.
So a lot of things can happen in 2 weeks in Royal Land, so I'm not sure what will happen in the next 2 years.
I don't know if they'll go. I mean, because there is still that thing. Who knows, in 2 years it might be different. There's still that thing about that kind of lack of trust.
For sure.
And if you go to, you know, if you talk to him, maybe it'll end up on Netflix. I mean, I don't know whether it would, but they certainly feel
I think that's the certain
difficult
inference, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
what about, though, Hollywood heading to Windsor Castle?
Well, I absolutely
What's going on?
love this story because this is sort of the merging of the worlds, and we have seen a lot of this with the royal family using the A-listers of late. However, there's going to be a potential new movie starring... You never know, he could have a cameo, King Charles. But it's the latest Marvel film, Avengers Doomsday.
That's a big film.
This is a big deal.
Huge.
And the plan is to film at Windsor Great Park over the summer. They've taken over a whole load of planning documents that have been unearthed. And wouldn't it be great if you saw the King alongside Chris Hemsworth, Sir Ian McKellen, Tom Hiddleston?
Absolutely.
I'm all for it. And to be fair, he is doing a lot, and he's pushing the boat out. So maybe
why not?
You'll see him in a Captain America.
It will never be as good. It'll never be as good as the Queen with Paddington.
No,
because that is up there.
That is up there.
And nothing can touch
that.
This
could be his moment in the sun.
You know, that could work. Thank you so much,
Lovely
Russell. Great to see you. Thank you so much. Well, that's a wrap for this video. We hope you enjoyed it. We have all the best moments from the show right here on the channel. And if you like this video, then we think you'll love this one. See you next time.